Moving along over to the NBA, what everybody has been ranting and raving about for the very longest, probably not even the end of the season of last year, but probably midway through the season of last year, wanting Steve Nash to be fired. That has finally happened. He's no longer the head coach of the Brooklyn of the Brooklyn Nets. Whether or not he got fired, some reports may read that it was a mutual split or whatever the case may be. Um,
Quick interjection. Don't y'all find it funny every time a Caucasian male head coach, every time they get fired from a team, the wording or phrasing is the two decided to part ways. I'm pretty sure Steve Nash had it. He would still be coaching. So let's cut the crap. But anyway, I digress. Was it always about race? Because it is, unfortunately. So yeah, to that crowd. Yeah.
He said,
uh,
I think it's been about time, right? Because I feel like why was he ever a candidate in the first place? You know what I mean? Like he ain't set on nobody's roster, nobody's assistant coaching. You know what I mean? So how does he get to skip the line and go straight to? And he ain't even got a championship.
Who stole the MVP from Kobe, Bean, Bryant.
I think the reason he was able to skip the line is because of relationship.
Yeah, I mean, we live in a nepotism world.
And see where they get you. No production.
Yeah. And get you bounced in the first round. Get James Harden traded away mid-season. Ben Simmons having a nervous breakdown. And, man, God bless the Nets.
They're ringing circus.
They get Udoka. If they get Ime Udoka, which it has been speculated by the Adrian Wojnarowski, a.k.a. Mr. Wojnbaum himself.
Okay.
If that is true, I see him whipping them into shape. I do. I see the defense coming together. I see him utilize Draymond Green type role. I really see it together. If he can stop smoking layups at the rim and get out of his own head, that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, Steve Nash deserved to have been fired. If we being honest, probably this is a year ago. When he got bounced out the first round, I was ready for him to go. I was ready. So
when he got hired, I was ready for him to go.
That too, but when they got bounced out of the first round, I was really ready. I was willing to cut him some slack when KD had his foot on the line, and they could have went and got really deep into the playoffs that year. I think they would have had a chance to go to the finals and do something, but unfortunately they didn't.
Yeah, and I think this sucks for Steve Nash because we would have remembered him as the 3-point shooting Phoenix Suns, Dallas Mavericks dynamic point guard. But now we have more failure to remember you by, and it's like, oh, okay, well, you stole the MVP from Kobe, and you also suck as a coach.
Do y'all think that as it relates to the Brooklyn Nets, apart from obviously Steve Nash not being the right coach for them, do y'all think the Brooklyn Nets even have a championship contender type roster? If we don't just blindly say, well, they got KD and they got Kyrie. If we don't just blindly say that and we just look at the roster for what it is, can we just say they have a championship contending roster?
Yes.
Championship is a stretch. I would definitely say playoffs.
No, because like what Sean Hart is saying, with Ime Udoka, Ben Simmons can become the Ben Simmons that Darnell knows him to be.
Knows him to be. He hasn't shown it quite yet, to be honest. It's the one I want him to be. But
knew
I will
him to
say
be,
though, I'm not convinced. Now, hear me out. I'm not convinced on Udoku only because he's dealt with impressionable, influential young players
I
that
can
are
respect that
thriving with no
opinion.
championships. With no championships. Now you're going to a team with a rebellious point forward. You have a Kyrie and you have Kevin Durant who has 2 rings. So I just feel like saying that he's the answer is a bit of, it's a good idea, but I wouldn't place all bets on that.
I can respect that.
And can I retort with, I understand your position, but with me seeing him take a young Jaylen Brown and a young Jason Tatum to the finals, I would like to see him with a Kyrie and a KD just to see how that would work out. That's it.
That's fair. I can respect that too. But I understand what you're saying, Darnell, from the perspective of like, hey, these guys are young. They haven't really gone. They've gone far, but they're young. They haven't won it yet, so they're impressionable to try to learn and see. Okay, what do we need to do in order to get there? It didn't work for Brad Stevens. You're a new guy. We're gonna try to rally around you versus a KD and a Kyrie who they got their championships already. Like, what you gonna tell us that we don't know?
And then on top of that, when they got that championship, Kyrie had LeBron and Kyrie had the Golden State Warriors. They had impressionable surroundings and environments. They just said, okay, I have no other choice but to go with the flow because LeBron already has 2 championships and Golden State already has a championship and has a great record and a great roster. Like, of course you could say, oh, well, I took them to the Eastern Conference first time. That's nice, but it's that, I've been in the playoffs, bro. I've been playing, bro. You trying to tell KD, hey, you need to run this play. Like, he's got the other vision. I don't know how that's going to mesh. Like I said, you don't really see, as you can see, Tatum didn't take over. Tatum just played this position and just sat there. So I don't know if that was the coaching decision or was that just Tatum, nutting up under pressure.
That wasn't no damn coaching decision. If Tatum turned up, they win the finals. That was just Tatum being a young player and him choking in a, I won't say he did a choke job, but he didn't play up to nearly his full potential.
He went up against Stephen Curry. And when you go, he went up against Stephen Curry. So
no, he went up against the
Warriors.
Let's not say that.
Right. Y'all, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Strength in numbers. Remember,
strength in numbers. That's real. But yeah, man, we'll see how it shakes out right now. You got assistant coach. I don't know if it's Jack or Jackie Vaughn, coaching the team right now, and they just lost. They just lost to the Bulls tonight, 108-99. Kyrie Irving struggled. Kevin Durant did what only Kevin Durant knows how to do.
I know he got 40.
32 points for Kevin Durant tonight.
He had almost 20 in the first half, so that means he must didn't do nothing in the second half.
I mean, he had 10 free throws, 2 in the first half, so that definitely contributed to them 20 points.
Kyrie actually didn't play the whole second quarter, if that means anything. I didn't watch after halftime, but
yeah, he didn't. He finished with 4 points and played a total of 32 minutes, but he didn't play that much in the first half. Yeah, but since firing Steve Nash, the Brooklyn Nets are 0-1. So keep y'all up to date on that.